Hi there, welcome. Have you ever spent the whole day cleaning only to feel like your house is still chaotic? You know the feeling when you pick up one thing and then realize there's a whole pile of stuff hiding somewhere else, and suddenly it feels like you're running in circles. Trust me, I get it. I've had those moments where I'd look around completely defeated and wonder if I'll ever catch up. With kids, pets, and all the other life stuff happening, it feels like the clutter just appears out of nowhere. But what if I told you that you don't have to scrub every corner to keep your house looking presentable? After years of trial and error, I discovered that it's not about spending hours cleaning, it's about setting up small, smart habits that keep things in check, even on the busiest days. In this video, I'll be sharing 10 simple tricks that help me turn chaos into calm without having to deep clean every single day. Trust me, these tricks will save you time and stress. Let's dive in and I'll show you the first tip that made a huge difference for me. You won't want to miss this one. Let's start with the first habit. It's so simple, but I promise it makes a huge difference. You know that feeling when you wake up, look around, and the first thing you see is a mess, pillows everywhere, blankets thrown across the bed? It immediately feels like chaos, doesn't it? I used to start my day already feeling overwhelmed because I couldn't even control the state of my own bedroom. But here's the thing, making your bed every morning can completely shift your mindset. It's such a small habit, but it has a big impact. It takes just a couple of minutes, but when you walk into your room later and see your bed made, it instantly gives you a feeling of accomplishment. I started making my bed every morning, and even on the busiest days, it's one thing that's always under control. I don't have to worry about the rest of the mess in the house. At least my bed is done, and that little bit of order gives me peace of mind. Making your bed isn't about perfection, it's about starting the day with something done no matter how small. It's that one tiny win that sets the tone for the rest of the day. So if you haven't already, try making your bed tomorrow morning. You might be surprised by how much of a difference it makes to your mood and mindset throughout the day. But before we dive into the next tip, let me tell you something exciting. I recently decided to tackle a massive decluttering project, and you won't believe what happened. I managed to declutter 600 plus items in just 3 days, and trust me, it completely changed the way I look at my space. If you're feeling like your home could use a major reset, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. It's going to be a game changer for how you approach decluttering and will make you want to get rid of everything weighing you down. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Now, let's jump into the next habit that will help keep your space feeling light and organized. Next up, let's talk about flat surfaces. You've probably walked into a room and immediately felt stressed by the sight of cluttered countertops, a messy coffee table, or a dining table piled high with stuff. It's like your brain just gets overloaded with all the things you need to deal with as soon as you walk in. The simple act of tidying up your flat surfaces every day can make a huge difference in how your home feels. When you clear off the counters, tables, and shelves, you instantly create a calmer, cleaner space. It doesn't matter if the rest of the room is a bit messy. A tidy flat surface tricks your mind into thinking the space is organized, which helps reduce your stress levels. I personally make it a habit to clear my kitchen counters and the dining table every evening. It takes just a few minutes, but walking into the kitchen in the morning and seeing a clear counter is a game changer. It's such a small act, but it makes the space feel so much more open and inviting. It's not about deep cleaning every surface, but simply clearing away the clutter that piles up throughout the day. Whether it's a stack of mail, a few kids' toys, or random knickknacks, clearing it off makes the room feel instantly better. Plus, it's much easier to wipe down surfaces when they're clear. So try clearing your flat surfaces at the end of each day. It's a habit that takes no time at all, but will make your home feel cleaner and more peaceful each morning. Now let's move on to the third habit that will help keep your space looking tidy. Now, we talk about trash cans, sounds simple, but trust me, this is a game changer. You know how you're in a room and you see a piece of trash, but the nearest bin is halfway across the house. You walk past it, tell yourself you'll pick it up later, and before you know it, the trash starts to pile up, turning a neat room into a cluttered mess. The solution is simple. Have trash bins in the rooms where you spend the most time. It's a little hack that makes it way easier to keep things tidy throughout the day. Instead of walking across the house to throw something away, Having a trash can right there makes it so easy to toss things and keep your space clean. For example, I place small bins in every bedroom, the bathroom, and the living room. It might seem like an extra step, but having those bins close by has honestly helped me keep the house cleaner because I'm not constantly walking past trash and ignoring it. And the best part? It makes the kids much more likely to throw things away on their own. When they see a trash can right there, it's less of a hassle to tidy up, and they're more inclined to help out. So set up a few strategically placed trash cans around the house. It's one of those little changes that takes almost no time to do, but it makes a huge difference in keeping your home looking tidy. Now let's move on to the next habit that will make a real difference. Let's dive into habit 4, one that's become a total game changer for me. I know how overwhelming it can be when there's clutter everywhere, and the thought of cleaning it all can stop you in your tracks. You've probably had those days when you're like, where do I even start? But here's a trick I've been using that's simple and effective. Set a timer for just 10 minutes and tidy up. The beauty of this method is that it's not about perfection, it's about progress in small, manageable chunks. When I set the timer, I only focus on the visible areas, whether it's a quick sweep through the living room or picking up toys and stray items in the kitchen. Just 10 minutes of concentrated effort and you'll be amazed at how much you've done. For example, every evening I grab a timer and spend 10 minutes tidying the common areas. I can clean off the countertops, put away shoes, and organize things without feeling like I'm stuck doing a marathon cleaning session. The best part? It's short enough that it doesn't feel like a huge task, and before I know it, the house is looking way better. This is a perfect hack for those days when you feel overwhelmed. It's quick, it's easy, and it keeps things under control without taking up too much time. Ready to see how another small change can make a big difference? Let's jump into habit 5. Habit 5 is a simple yet powerful rule that has made a huge difference in how I manage clutter, the one in, one out rule. You know those moments when you buy something new and then suddenly you realize your home is becoming more crowded with every new item you bring in? Whether it's a trendy new bag, a piece of decor, or yet another kitchen gadget you probably don't need, the stuff just keeps piling up. Here's where this rule comes in. For every new item you buy, get rid of something else. It's not about being obsessive or extreme. It's about making sure that your home doesn't get overwhelmed by things you don't use. This simple rule ensures that for every addition, something old gets let go. For me, it started with my closet. Whenever I bought a new shirt or pair of shoes, I'd make sure to donate or toss an old one. At first, it was tough, especially when I had a sentimental attachment to certain items. But over time, I started feeling a lot lighter, and my closet didn't feel like it was bursting at the seams anymore. This rule works for everything, whether it's clothes, books, kids' toys, or kitchen gadgets. It stops things from creeping in slowly, leaving you with a sense of control over your space. Give it a shot the next time you're about to buy something new. For each new item, find something to pass along or throw away. It will help you keep your space organized and clutter-free without making you feel overwhelmed. With that in mind, let's take a look at the next habit that will help keep your home feeling fresh. Here's habit 6. One that really helped me breathe easier at home, leaving empty space. It might sound odd at first. Why would you leave space empty in a home that's always needing something? But here's the deal. A home that's too full feels heavy. When every shelf, countertop, and corner is packed with stuff, it starts to feel suffocating, and no matter how much you clean, the space still feels cluttered. What I learned is that creating space, whether it's an empty corner, some space in the closet, or even just a small gap on a shelf, makes a huge difference in how the space feels. It's all about balance. If every inch of your home is filled, it gives the illusion of chaos. But when you leave some room for air, the space feels lighter and your mind follows suit. For example, I started by leaving space in my closet. Instead of cramming every item in, I made sure to keep a little breathing room between clothes so the closet didn't feel so tight. It was a small change, but my closet instantly looked less cluttered, and I felt like I had more room to organize. It's the same for other areas in your home. Whether it's leaving a bit of space on your bookshelves or not overcrowding your kitchen counters, this simple change helps keep things looking organized without adding more stuff to the mix. When you have space, your mind can relax. And when you see that extra space, it encourages you to keep it that way. So create a little more room in your space. It might just be the simplest way to make your home feel lighter. Now that we've cleared up some space, let's dive into habit 7. Okay, let's dive into habit 7, keeping everything close, but making sure it's organized. We've all been there. You buy a set of cute organizing bins, and a few months later, those bins are stuffed with random stuff that just adds to the clutter. It happens so easily, doesn't it? The key is not just storing things, but doing it in a way that makes everything easy to find and use without taking up extra space. Here's what I've learned. It's all about having accessible, purposeful storage. If things are easy to grab and put away, you won't end up with piles of things you don't know where to put. For example, in my kitchen, I use dividers and drawers to separate cutlery and cooking tools. It's simple, but having a dedicated spot for everything makes a huge difference. I also store cleaning supplies in a basket under the sink so I can easily grab what I need without digging through a mess of bottles. This habit can be applied to almost any area of the house. In the bathroom, keep your everyday items close at hand, but organize no more rummaging for your shampoo or razor. The same goes for your desk or office. When you store what you need right, where you'll use it, things stay cleaner and easier to manage. Having everything neatly stored but within arm's reach prevents clutter from creeping back in, and it saves you time when you need something quickly. Plus, it's just so much easier to keep track of what you have. With this habit in place, let's talk about the next step to staying organized. So now take a look at habit 8, building simple routines that make keeping your home easy every day. You've probably heard the saying, a clean home is a happy home. But let's be real, it doesn't stay that way unless we make it part of our routine. It's easy to get swept up in the busy rush of life and forget about the little things that keep our spaces in check. That's why creating simple routines can be such a game changer. For me, it all started with making a quick list of 2-3 simple tasks I could do every day to keep things from piling up. For example, I'd empty the dishwasher every morning while the coffee brewed or wipe down the counters after every meal. These little tasks only take about 5 minutes, but they keep things from getting overwhelming. When I keep up with these daily routines, I don't have to spend hours cleaning on the weekend. It's about taking small actions regularly so you never have to face that mountain of clutter all at once. I keep my routines so simple that they're easy to stick to, and now they just happen automatically. These routines keep my home feeling organized without me needing to work hard to make it that way. So try adding just a couple of small tasks to your day. A quick tidy up here and there makes a world of difference in the long run, and before you know it, keeping things clean feels effortless. Ready for another habit that'll help keep things under control? Let's jump into habit 9. Let's jump into habit 9. This one is all about keeping your things visible but organized. It's easy to hide things away in drawers or cabinets thinking that if we can't see them, they won't add to the clutter. But how often do we end up forgetting what we've hidden and spend way too much time digging through drawers just to find that one thing we need? The truth is, hiding everything just creates more chaos and frustration later. Instead, try organizing your items in a way that keeps them visible but tidy. When you can see your things neatly arranged, it's easier to stay on top of them without feeling overwhelmed by clutter. It's about finding that balance between visibility and order. For example, in my kitchen, I keep my most used spices and oils on the counter in clear containers, but everything has its place. No more digging around in cabinets, and it's easy to grab what I need while keeping things neat. I also use baskets for my kids' toys, which helps keep them contained but still within reach. Keeping things visible in an organized way actually helps you stay more organized. You can quickly grab what you need and avoid unnecessary messes because everything has a spot. So think about what items you can make visible but still keep tidy. It's a small shift that can make a big difference in your space. Now let's look at habit 10, which will bring everything together. And finally, habit 10, this one's all about changing how we think about cleaning. You've probably felt it, that heavy feeling when you think about cleaning your entire home. It can seem overwhelming, right? There's this pressure to make everything spotless, and that feeling can make you want to avoid it altogether. But what if I told you cleaning doesn't have to be perfect to make a difference? I used to think that if my house wasn't perfectly clean, I would fail. But then I realized it's not about perfection. It's about keeping things manageable so I can enjoy my space without feeling stressed about every little detail. Shifting my mindset from it needs to be perfect to it just needs to be functional and comfortable changed everything. For example, I stopped stressing over every speck of dust. I let go of the idea that the kitchen counters had to be completely clear every single day. Instead, I focus on keeping the most important areas clean and organized. If I can quickly tidy up the bathroom and kitchen after every use, then I'm happy. It's a realistic way of maintaining the home without getting bogged down in unrealistic standards. Once I embraced the idea that clean enough is good enough, cleaning became less of a chore and more of a manageable routine. I could walk into a room and see a bit of clutter, but instead of feeling defeated, I felt empowered to quickly tidy up. It wasn't about perfection, it was about peace of mind. So try shifting your mindset too. Instead of seeing cleaning as a daunting, overwhelming task, see it as an opportunity to create a space that works for you and feels good to be in. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be yours. That's it, 10 habits I use every week to keep my home tidy without the stress and pressure. If you're looking to save time cleaning and want to feel less overwhelmed, start with just one small habit. I also have a video coming up that's all about tackling clutter in a way that's surprisingly fast. You won't believe how much I managed to declutter in just 3 days. Trust me, you're going to want to see how it all turned out. It's definitely a game changer for staying on top of the mess. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe because you deserve to have a home that feels lighter and more relaxing every day.